Hey, welcome to Visible Men's Academy, people. I'm Dr. Gainju. I'm your principal here. Today we want to speak with you about the Title I annual parent meeting and all the wonderful things we have here. I want to introduce you to Mr. Jenkins, who's taken over from Ms. Hughes, who many of you are familiar with. And Mr. Jenkins is our new family and student advocate. Go ahead, Mr. Jenkins.
Yes, parents, I will be replacing Ms. Hughes as the student and family advocate. I'm here to support you all and hopefully you all feel comfortable in my role here. So we're here to support you.
So welcome, families. We are so delighted and honored to be here to, educate your students, your boys. We appreciate you all just coming and taking the time out to hear about how we want to help empower you to be your child's first teacher. That's what Title I is all about. Well, we take the resources that we receive and we put these back into your students to make sure that they're successful. So today I just want to go over the agenda with you and let you know what this meeting's about. We're going to tell you about what Title I is. We'll talk about your rights, the standards and assessments. And now that those standards and assessments have changed, you should have received that document that came home to you that shows and tells you about the best standards. And it tells you how your child is graded throughout the school year. We also want to talk about, the parent involvement piece, about how we can connect with you in order to be successful. Some ways in doing that is we highly encourage you to join our PAC committee. That PAC stands for Parent Advisory Council. And we have meetings every third Wednesday of the month. And, this is led by myself and Ms. Navarro, who is your parent representative. And we are more than happy to have you join those. This is where you get to put your input about where you think the school should be going and how we can help better serve your child. We also have volunteer opportunities. We will also share this PowerPoint online, and when you go online, you'll be able to see the link that says volunteering, and you can fill out the application if you're willing to volunteer and sign up for the activities that we have throughout the school year that we'll be sending home for you to see. Other parent involvement areas are homework help. Every night your student will have homework, and we want to definitely give you the resources to be able to help your student or how we can be of assistance to you in helping with that. And then lastly, attendance. Every day counts. So you making sure your kid is here every day is going to be important for your kid to be successful and for us as a school to be successful. So we really look forward to working with you all about this. Okay, so without further ado, I'm going to hand this over to Mr. Jenkins. I'm here to answer questions, give support. If you need something, you let me know while he's speaking. And, we'll go ahead and get started there. So without further ado, Mr. Jenkins, take it away.
Yes, sir, Dr. Ginjus. So what we want to talk about first is what is Title I? Because Title I is a federally funded entitlement program that provides supplemental resources that the school may need. These resources really help out the school as far as improving our teaching and our learning, also promoting high academic achievement for our children. And lastly, these resources, which is what we want to do, is increase the parent and family engagement. We know that is a very important piece in the student's success. So we want to make you feel comfortable with being involved and being engaged in your students' learning. Also, these funds are used for professional development for our teachers, as well as some of the supplies that the teachers may need or the students may need. Also, for some of our initiatives that we plan on doing with the students this year, Title I funds is a very big help to that. So we want you to be educated on that, and we want to help you and inform you on anything that we can do to help you learn more about the Title I funding. So federal Title I funds flow through the state, and Florida Department of Education gives funds to Florida School District. School District of Manatee County then gives funds to eligible Title I schools in the district.
All right, so next, in our Title I, like what are Title I programs used for? Well, for our instance, for the first time in VMA's history, we have 2 4th-grade teachers. This allowed us to create a smaller class size to be a more intimate environment for your students to learn in. You know, these funds can be used for paraprofessionals, it can be used for support staff, and the way that we used it was we put it back into staff that allowed us to connect with your students. One way was bringing on Mr. Jenkins as our family and engagement coordinator, and then the other was making sure we had that smaller class size in the 4th grade because we know that's a critical year for us next year. All right, so parents, there's some rights that you have that we want to bring to you. One of those things that we want to make sure that you understand is that, you know, you have the right to express yourself for a regular meeting. You have the opportunity to request a meeting between yourself and the teacher, or you can request a meeting with myself or Mr. Jenkins. You have that ability to do that. So some other things that we want to let you know is that you also have the right to know how your child is doing in school. Before you get a report card or progress report, you can request information for a weekly progress report if you like for your child, or you can ask for an update from the teacher. And we also encourage you to get on one of our social media platforms such as Classroom Dojo, where it allows you to interact with your teacher on a more frequent and immediate basis. Also, another right that you have, we do have some teachers in the out-of-field area in teaching, and it's your right to know that. So in October, we have our parent letters coming out that tell you about teachers who are out of field, and we also have parent conferences coming up in October to tell you about some of those meetings that we have with you, and we can discuss things that you have concerns about. All these things are things that you guys have the ability to make sure that your child is getting the best education in order for them to be successful.
So here we have our parent participation contract. Within this contract, hopefully we can get you all to sign it before you leave today. It's just showing what we do as Visible Men Academy and how we do things. So it talks about our support for our children and learning, and also helping them to develop character and developmental goals. Also, we will show respect to VMA teachers, staff, parents, and students to embrace the SHINE core values of VMA. Every night, we will show our support to our child and read 20 minutes. We feel like that is a very important piece that will help your student and your child, as well as the teachers as well, to help them to grow in the reading process. We also understand that if our child is going to miss a day, we ask that you would notify the teacher or the front office staff as soon as possible, because we do believe that every day counts and every day is important for your child as far as them reaching their educational goals. This parent participation contract also gives consent to allow your child to go on VMA field trips So these are some of the things that we feel is very important that the parent is involved in. So if before you leave today, if you could sign your name, and we will talk with the teachers as well to sign their name, as well as the parent participation contract. The staff and the teachers also have a role in this. So our role is we will create a safe and nurture learning environment for our students. We will represent the SHINE core values in all that we do. Our SHINE goals is selflessness, honesty, integrity, niceness, and excellence. We'll also do whatever it takes to teach the knowledge and skills to nurture confidence and character in our youth. Not only that, we will always work to improve our crafts. So as Dr. G said earlier, we do have trainings that our teachers are we do improve our crafts daily. And also we will be available to parents and students by phone or in person or even by email. We will also live to teach the SHINE core values. So the SHINE values is not just something that we talk about, but it's something that we implement daily.
Yes, so thank you folks for just, we took a little bathroom break there, and appreciate you guys coming back. One of the things we want to talk about with you is we want your input, right? We want you to be involved. And so, at the school level, we have the parent and family engagement plan, and this is where we focus on activities that engage you, where we engage you and we want you to be involved. And then at the next level is our school home compact. And this is like our contract of why you send your kid to the school. Like, here are the basics things that we need in order for your kid to be successful. And this is what we want to supply you with. And then we have a school-wide improvement plan that you're more than able to contribute your thoughts, your intentions of what you plan on adding to it if you choose to do so. And then our district Title I plan is just something that we report back to the district about what we're doing to help our families. So we definitely want your input. Mr. Jenkins is going to talk about the ways that you can participate and some activities that we have upcoming that you can definitely be involved with.
Thanks so much, Dr. Genju. So what are some of the ways that you all can participate? So some of the ways you can participate is to attend our parent and family activities and meetings. What that entitles, that is we have literacy night every month. Throughout these literacy night, it gives you a chance to come out with your child and participate in some great activities that we have planned for not only your child, but for the parents as well. Also, each month, each third Wednesday of each month, we'll have our PAC meeting. That's a Parent Advisory Council. We ask that if you're available, if you can come and get more information on that as well. You also can volunteer for your child's classroom and help support your child at home, because we feel like your support at home transfer to the classroom. So those are some of the ways that you can participate as a parent that will help not only your child's success, but it would also help VMA staff success as well. So next we have the calendar of events for the school. We have put together some great events that we feel will be very impactful to your child's education and also to the family as a whole. We have Saturday successes. We have Spirit Weeks, PAC meetings, Family Literacy Night, and a host of other things that you can participate in. So you'll see on our calendar of events, we have those dates attached to it.
And Mr. Jenkins, if I could add one other thing, we do have free food at every event. So make sure you guys come out, you get something to eat, hang out, be a part of the school. We encourage you to, get involved. Don't stop. We can't do this without you. So we're here for you.
So how can we get more information as a parent? So one of the ways we put out school information is through Class Dojo. It's one of the avenues where we keep parents and family engaged. So we have posting as to what's going on. Mr. Velasquez is very adamant about making sure that we are all updated as far as school happenings. One of the other avenues we have is Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. Those are ways where we put out information as well as to some of the events that has passed. So you can go on there and look at pictures or some of the events that's coming up. And also Remind is a way that Dr. Genju stays in contact with our parents concerning pertinent information that will be very helpful as well. So we ask that you follow these different avenues of information, and we definitely think it'll keep you in the know as to what's going on within Visible Men Academy.
So when we look at some new areas of where the state of Florida has taken the schools, one of the things is that they've changed the standards to be the best standards. These standards are more vertically aligned in each class or each grade level, so to speak, where there's a continuation of learning that connects from kindergarten all the way to 5th grade. Even when the kids go to high school, these standards will align with the skills that they've learned previously. So when you think about the best standards, this is why we have the new progress monitoring standards to see where your child is at the beginning of the year. We take a mid-year evaluation, we see where they are then, and then we have a culminating event at the end of the year where we check out what they've done and how they've grown from the beginning of the year to the end of the year. So these standards are taught by all of our teachers here, gives them the best opportunity to be successful and to be successful beyond the elementary years. And as you can see, this is the first year that it's really being implemented with fidelity, where we're actually putting it into use. Over the past 2 years, there were cohorts of groups of people working with the standards, and it was almost like a transition period for us. So now that we actually have the standards in place, this year we're going to see how they work, and this is a pilot year for the schools. So for instance, the progress monitoring that I talked about previously is basically your student is actually being tested on these progress monitoring standards each quarter or each segment, and what happens is that at the end of the year when they take a culminating test, this will then be calculated into our school grade, so to speak, unofficial school grade, and then that's how we're compared moving forward, where it really counts in the 2023-2024 year as a school grade that will affect our funding and us as a school in general. All right, so when you see this slide here, what you notice is that we use something called CPOMs. And parents, you're more than welcome to visit this website, but this is the standards-based website that teachers use in order to guide their lessons. These lessons give us content ideas about how to present the information, and then on top of that, it helps the teacher focus on the teaching strategy of how to present the information. So you are more than welcome to know and go and visit CPOMs in order to see what your kids are learning, not only in elementary, but middle and high school if you have some other students in those grade levels as well. Okay, so reviewing those slides with the CPOMs, if you have any questions with those, please feel free to come and talk to me, or you can talk to your child's teacher, whichever one you feel comfortable with. But we just want to make sure that you guys understand where we get our information from and that we're not just making it up randomly, right? And I was talking about the progress monitoring standards previously, and so with the progress monitoring, we've implemented what the state does. Although your child does not have a EOC, which means end of course exam, in elementary, we do the FAST testing where they are doing the progress monitoring and such. So if you have any questions about these tests, you are more than welcome to come see me or a member of our staff to be able to explain this to you.
So, in short, we at Visible Men Academy feel like when parents are engaged in learning at home and even learning at school, that our students will do better in school and also get better grades and have better test scores. So what our plan is to make sure that you're involved and engaged. So I'm here to support you with some of the activities that we will be doing throughout the school year. Please feel free to reach out to me. You can contact me at the school. You can get my information because we want to make this as easy as possible for you to get involved in your child's education. And also, we want to get your insight on how we can make the school better, or how the Title I program can be better. So feel free to give your insight and your advice as to how we could better our program. So we look forward to working with you this year, and we look forward to you being involved in your child's education. So hopefully this meeting gave you more insight on Title I funding and also how we can get you engaged. So any questions or comments? All right, and feel free to get Dr. G's card. Feel free to get my card, and we look forward to seeing you shortly. And we look forward to a great school year.